Right, so now I'm in Sri Lanka. This is country number 2 on my tour, but it wasn't easy getting to Sri Lanka. Leaving India wasn't without its difficulties. Firstly, it took 2 hours to get into the airport, just to get into the airport, let alone checking in. And that's because I made the rookie mistake of not printing out my e-ticket. I'd taken travelling in Europe and America for granted, and I didn't print out my e-ticket. And they don't let you in without the itinerary. Like, they just won't. There's security at the door. And so it took me 2 hours. I had to go see the airport manager, and long story short, he printed it out for me, and I was able to get in. And once it was in, I had a little bit of a date with the sniffer dog that took a liking to my yoga mat, of all things. It wouldn't leave my yoga mat alone for some reason, and so they searched my entire rucksack, and that took a good half an hour to unpack, search, and subsequently repack. And Indian airports in themselves are quite experienced, because you've got about 20 people that check your passport and boarding pass from the time you step into the airport until you get on the plane. So it is a bit of a lesson in maintaining your cool, but that was okay. Now, when I got to Sri Lanka, that wasn't without incident, because they couldn't find me in the system in regards to my visa, but that was cleared up pretty quickly, and I got in. Now, Sri Lanka is great. It's really lush. It's taken a little bit of getting used to in terms of figuring out how much things cost and where's the best places to eat. All the things that I got used to in the first few days in India, I'm having to get used to again, and I've really got to know it and how much things cost and if I'm being ripped off or not. But here it's getting an entirely new ball game, although they're very similar. So it's been a little bit of a learning experience. The one thing that's also been a learning experience is I've taken it for granted how small the country is and how easy it was to get about, and I really miscalculated how easy it was going to be to get to certain places. Now, because of the cost of the flights and the fact that I've been in India 5 weeks, I only booked 6 nights in Sri Lanka, and because I didn't do my due diligence in finding out how quick it was going to take to get to places, I'm not going to be able to see as much as I'd like. I wanted to go to the north or like to the east and do a bit of research into what's going on in regards to the ongoing elements of the conflict, but it's not going to be possible because it takes so long to get across the country, and I've only got a few days. So I'm not going to let that deter me. Lesson learned: next time, do a bit more research, and don't get so comfortable with travelling and think that you know it all. But I'm in Kandy right now, so I'm in the middle of the country. I'm going to go do a bit of exploring, so I'll get back to you about that. And then afterwards, I'm going to go to Hatton and climb Adams Peak. So I'll let you know how that goes.